That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's
Yeah,
this
with a
lad?
toss ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses.
Who are you,
He's
Felix?
not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
So have you beaten someone
You
up?
get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a trick.
Yeah, piss off, corporate trooper. Dick. Hi, Felix.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Yes. Now, what was that argument all about?
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
We like fisticuffs. With guns. What happened exactly? You knocked someone out with a tossball stick?
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
You're some sort of tossball hooligan. I mean, that sounds a bit of an overreaction.
You wouldn't be saying that if you'd been there. Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up
He
with
was
his
your
head full
foreman?
of boasting.
I mean, that's where you lose your job, really. So I'm assuming that you didn't resolve your differences like an adult.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a Back Bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker.
Yeah,
Guess I just tendered my resignation.
I think you did. Any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's right. I'm the captain of the Unreliable. I should probably tell him my true name if I get the chance.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, never caught your name. I'm Muse.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
I ain't your boss. Yet. So let's have a stroll around, shall we? Let's see what the Groundbreaker has to offer. All sorts of gubbins, I guess. Or should we pop back and do the thing that I've forgotten to do, which is talk to Ada about that cleaning robot that's on the ship? Given as we're still right by the ship, it might not be a bad idea to do that. So, yeah, we'll just do a quick shuffle back on board. Ada, I have questions.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Now, yes, I'd like to know about the auto-mechanical in the janitor's closet.
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
That sounds good. Talk to you later, Ada. Oh, just like that, we've gained a level. Wasn't expecting that. Now, let's have a look at our skills. Let's have a quick look at sneak. Sneak attack weak spot damage could be good. Sneak attacks ignore 50%. Yeah, maybe we do need sneak attacks. Because we are going to use a silenced gun. And hack and lockpick are useful. So maybe we should be spending points on sneak. I mean, there's so many places I want to spend points right now. But yeah, let's get our stealth up a bit. The extra hacking and lockpicking will certainly come in handy, even if the sneak's not necessary. Because the sneak might just come down to just blowing people's heads away from a distance
Clean and sanitary.
with our silenced gun, which means we don't actually need to do much in the way of sneaking. Now, where exactly was our bedroom. Is it down here? Yeah, it is. Terminal. Search terms, Sam. Okay. We found a discarded sanitation and maintenance, also mechanical. Sam. And yeah, with a few modifications we can make it combat capable. A clean, mean killing machine. Let's see. So we've removed the Sud Steeper. Well, Alex did. Alex won. The Acid Steeper has been delayed. And the part is lost in transit. The broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location, I can filch. Let's see. So there's an old storage facility in Roseway. So if we head there, after we've been back to Emerald Vale, then yes. And so that was the last thing that he had planned before we landed on his head. Very well. So if we can find a way to Roseway, wherever that may be, then we will be able to make some progress on that quest. And with that out of the way, now we can actually investigate the Groundbreaker a bit more. So we're looking for a security terminal for old Vicar Max. Now, I seem to recall that there is a room over here. There's a ladder, maybe? Yeah, that's locked. Mardet.
Wish they'd let us off station. Air up here is just recycled spacer farts.
Now, I guess Mardet is a title rather than a person's name, because Felix mentioned pissing off the Mardets on the board. Is there anything we can do from this roof? Vague memories of coming up to this roof before. It certainly allows us up here. And in here. What does this do for us? Treasure? What you got? We can pick that. We got the lockpick. Cool. Also, I may have just been talking absolute nonsense when I've been saying how Parvati doesn't like stealing, because from what I've searched online, there doesn't seem to really be any sort of character approval thing beyond stuff that happens in side quests and whatnot. So, the sounds that she makes where she's happy that we are lockpicking or things of that nature, that's just general flavour, I think, rather than anything actually relevant. And similarly, stuff that we do that she doesn't like also isn't really relevant. What have we just picked up armour-wise? Standard trooper stuff. And now the cats are kicking off. Yeah, just the usual. Wes trying to eat cherry. So it's medium and light and it's dodge and block. We don't need that. I like my medium tech skills armour. We should look into tinkering a bit more at some point. Because that's something as well. Like, this might be level 12 stuff, and so it's got decent stats for its level. But if we take like a level 2 thing and tinker with it, we could tinker it up to level 12, or level 11 in our case, because that's what we are, and improve its stats. So we can keep the look of the items that we want, or we can keep the stats of the items we want, but still get decent armour stats. Nothing to do over that side. Very well. Guess we could just drop down into there, but I think that's just... Okay, we are dropping down into there. I was going to say, I think this is just the way we could have walked in.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
You know who the Scholar is. Cheeky scamp. Also, there's an ID cartridge here. I'll grab that. Yeah, so that Mardet ID cartridge is going to allow us to go into private areas and be disguised as a Mardet. I'll drop another quick save just to be on the safe side, but... Restricted access. Authorised personnel only. Yes. Hello, fellow Mardets. We are one of you. Oh, it's only on a time limit though. Very well. Best hoover up everything we can. I mean, it's a fairly long time limit. Right, we can't get in that door. Are there any vents or anything we can crawl through? Yeah, you're about to come in and watch us.
Sharp.
Yeah, we are. No, there's nothing terribly exciting that we need there. What if we go through this door? Yeah, we're one short on lockpicking on everything. Very well. Out we go. Does that instantly recharge to full? Yeah, it does. Is the only way in lockpicking? What if we talk to you?
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
So it sounds as though she knows that we're not.
Got a
we
hot
are.
one for you.
Anyway,
Captain
bounties.
Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Sounds like trouble. Now, illegal substances.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
And where might we find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
We'll take it.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Cool. So we don't actually necessarily need to kill him, perhaps. Because we might just be able to snag his stuff. Now, this area is not restricted, I guess. We've got a terminal that we can use. Arrivals. Okey-doke. Departures. Wait a minute. Unreliable, business unknown, impounded. Hawthorne ship, but no Hawthorne. So, is our ship currently impounded? Is it a case that we can't leave right now? What happens if we come through here? Is there a secret way in deeper into the Mardet place? I mean, no one's watching us right now, so let's do a bit of larceny. And then let's jump up here, perhaps. Can we jump up there? No, we ain't got the legs for it. Very well. But we've got some side rooms. How is that pronounced? Stevedore? Might be Stevedore. I don't think it's just Steve Door. Oh, we got a quiet muzzler, so we could make one of our guns silenced. That's cool. I don't know if that can go on a rifle, though. It might only be able to go on handguns. Ranged weapon mod barrel. Oh, so it could potentially go on our rifle in place of any other mods that we might want to put on it. No.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other
Yeah,
travelers
Monarch is
that
restricted.
passage
We
to
know
Monarch
this.
is restricted for your
We wouldn't dream of going to Monarch in an illegal fashion.
Acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors.
And so yeah, this is just where these guys live. Let's have a look at the old workbench. So, modifier. That's our hunting rifle, yeah? Well, let's see what we can break down, because... Let's see. Two-handed melee. Is that useful for old Vicar Max? He's got a Vortex Mace at the moment with 242 DPS, but if we tinker with things, we can increase the DPS, right? But then the DPS is still halved on that. So the Vortex Mace is probably his best bet. Sword-off shotgun. Can we do any better than that? We'd give him a plasma rifle. He likes long guns, I guess. So maybe a plasma rifle would suit him. And then Pavati, if we gave her an auto mag pistol instead of a bolter pistol. Although the bolter pistol, yeah, it doesn't do as maze and DPS, but there we go. And then an impact hammer is a one-handed melee again, and it's got shock damage on it already. Yeah, maybe we'll keep her with the hammer. Cool. Very well. So, workbench, breakdown. Let's just break down everything here. And then let's modify our hunting rifle. Ah, we can't put barrel modifications on the rifle, so that's why. Yeah, that's why we can't upgrade it with the silencer. Very well. Then we've got a bunch of other stuff that we're using less frequently. Plasma rifle. No, we've got 2 of them. Is that because we're holding one and our boy is also holding one? Yeah. Then we've got our shotgun. So yeah, we've got our 3 different types of damage. So do we really need the shotgun? Maybe it's good up close, whereas... But then a plasma rifle's probably good up close as well. Either way, let's do some tinkering. So it costs us some bits and it increases the damage. And it can be done multiple times, it seems. And now, let's see. Yeah, every time we do it, our rifle levels up. But now we've run out of bits. So maybe we want to get our science skill up so we can tinker more efficiently. We're now at 96 DPS on our hunting rifle, which is our main weapon. So, yeah, we'll live with that. We will come back for this perhaps after we get another level and get a bit more hacking. Unless we're only 1 point off. What type of skill is hacking? Is it a mind skill or is it... Let's see. It's a perception skill. And it's also a body skill, I guess, because it's under that. I'm just wondering if we can use a consumable and increase lockpicking that way. So, here's the door we need. No one's really watching us. Oh, I just noticed our crew are all dressed up as well. That's nice. So, I mean, if we drank a water, that increases our body attributes by 1. Yeah? Ooh, I accidentally equipped it in my thing. So yeah, you get slots that you can add extra stuff into your inhaler with. So maybe we'll put mock apple in there for extra health regen. But then we'll press F this time to use that. Ah, we also need 5 hacking devices, so we are actually still not there. Fine. We'll come back to that quest in a bit. We'll go through the big door and be impressed by the groundbreaker. Yeah, I'm impressed. Look at this place. Neon signs, everyone's trying to
Try
sell
not
you
to be
things.
distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
I mean, yeah. This looks pretty impressive, all told. So I guess we'll stroll down, see what's up. So we've got the Lost Hope. That's a bar. We're going to be here a while, I think. And we've got a vendor. Hello.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Radiators are broken. Interesting. So what's this heat issue all about?
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
It might be an issue with the thermal control system.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
I guess Junlei's in charge of fixing it, right?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up.
I'd guess it's monsters stopping her from getting to the thing to fix it. Maybe we could do something about it.
That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Jun Lei in engineering.
Cool. I mean, that's on our list of things to do, so that's good. Heard anything else interesting?
Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space?
It's a good question. But let's trade.
What ain't I got?
Yeah, let's not sell anything until we need some money.
What do you
Now,
recommend?
a couple more rooms. That'll be the kitchens. This will be the bog. You're right there. They don't look alright. Then we've got another door that needs a Lost Hope Bar keycard to get through. If we up our sneak a bit more, we might be able to get pickpocketing as well. But yeah, we're back in the bar. I guess we should change our quest to one that will let us see. Oops. Jun Lei. It's not that far away. But first we have a gun
You know
merchant.
that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Yeah, let's have a look. I doubt we're buying anything again, but still. Mag 2 Melt. Changes weapon type to corrosion. We haven't seen much of that yet. And increased weapons rate of fire. That could be good for a sniper rifle. Are there any things we're definitely not going to use? Maybe we should just put some mods on our armor. Because we can tinker our armor up to higher levels. But I'd rather wait still until we get a decent set of armor. Trash. What's going on in trash? Doors that we could lockpick, but we need to save our mag picks. Sprats.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
Where does it go?
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Pulse pistol. Now, one of the Groundbreak's old hangars was bricked over until someone found it by poking around the Stevedores courses. Look for a loose panel on top of the bunks. Head towards the back wall. Interesting. That sounds like it's worth being distracted by. So, yeah, the trash all just goes down into the furnaces then, by the look of it, maybe. And then, yeah, I guess at that point, it just gets burned up and shits out into space. So let's get distracted and head back out. And into the quarters. On top of the bunks, loose panel. So, how do we get on top of said bunks? I mean, there looked like a hole there. I guess we come up via the obvious staircase that they've placed at the front here. Now, is this the place where there was a pain in the ass fight with a robot? I distinctly recall a pain in the ass fight with a robot.
Well. What fine treasures might await us in here?
That took me ages to get through on my first playthrough of the game. And it might have been in a place like this. There is a big robot over there. And here's some outlaws. And there's a robot. Ah, we shot his leg. He's got glowing blue shit on his legs. Good. Oops. Didn't mean mean to do that.
That's the last of them.
Cool. I guess I was much lower level because I hadn't skipped ahead to Monarch. Whereas this time round, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So, what treasures are we going to find in here? Got a workbench. Repair hanger keycard would come in handy. Were there only 3 of them? Very well. Ah, here we go. Loot. Adreno and a necklace. Okay. I'm guessing that wasn't the big treasure cache. Must be through this side door that we can now unlock. Ooh, a prismatic hammer.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Search Hawthorne's terminal for clues. Oh yeah, I guess we'll do that at some point. So, a very old Hammersmith crate. A prototype hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-the-art. The energy signature matches N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4. Shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way to cycle through its elemental modes. Okay, so it's some sort of magical special weapon. Can it be used right now? 103 DPS. So the fact that we can search Hawthorne's terminal for clues, does that mean there might be more weapons out there like this? I feel like that's something we don't need to rush back to the ship to do right now. Can we get back out the way we got in? Maybe not. So how do we get out of here? Did I miss a door in this room? Now, has everyone cleared out of this room because of all the violence?
This is Halcyon News.
It does look like it.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Oh no, they just went to bed.
For the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry,
A rest and go
who gave you
keycard.
a needle full of flowers? Auntie Cleo, that's who.
Nice.
Have you given your
Okay, so that's a bunch of good stuff grabbed. Let's continue our journey through the groundbreaker.
Rizzo's lemon flap.
We'll carry on in this direction. Bell's shells. Waste disposal, yep. It's got a shiny glowing sign for a waste disposal place. Then we've got a terminal here, which we could hack for messages. Let's see. Private Taylor has gone missing, perhaps. The food situation. The quality of the food. So that's from Junlei. Ship impounded. Board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. Someone is looking for a new crew to sign on with. And someone's looking for money. Okie doke. Halcyon.